I received a call not long ago from a lawyer who wanted to talk to me about bonuses for his staff. And it was quite revealing that he had given bonuses before, but with the economy in the condition it is currently, he wasn't feeling quite so flush as he had been, not quite so ebullient and willing to give away as much as he had in the past. And he wanted to know how he could address this. The this being he wanted to cut back on bonuses. It appeared that he had no criteria in place for giving out bonuses. What that meant was that it was totally subjective. His staff had no way of knowing whether they were doing well or not well in relationship to any particular bonus. They didn't know if they would work 3 hours a day more that they'd get a bonus. They didn't know if the quality of their work was being evaluated and thereby giving them a chance at a higher bonus. There really was no criteria whatsoever. It was all subjective and it was all whimsical as far as they were concerned. So it seems to me that the first step in developing a concept of giving out bonuses is to put it in the framework of some type of metric. Now the metric might be 5% of the law firm profit, for example, is going to be distributed to people in some pro rata format based on the level of their salary, as an example, or 10% or some other number. Another way might be to say for each job there's going to be a description of that job, and there will be an additional component to that description that if you reach that additional level will entitle you to a bonus. However you do that, it seems to me that that's important that the employee, the staff, understand how you're approaching it. The problem is, in part, that if an individual has no control over their performance, if they have no control over how they are able to reach that bonus level, then the bonus doesn't mean anything. It's nice to get more money, obviously. It's nice particularly around Thanksgiving, as some do, because that's not quite expected, or around Christmas, which is nice to get because of all the presents you have to give for others. It's nice to have a little more money. Or the beginning of the year to kind of pay off some debts that you've incurred during the December holiday period. It's always nice to get a bonus. That's not the issue. The issue here is to create some mechanism that an individual feels they have a vested interest, number one, and number two, that they have some control over reaching that bonus. For example, with attorneys, the average number of hours to be worked used to be 1,500. It's more now in the larger firms, but let's say it's 1,800 hours now per year, billable time that an associate is expected to put in their job. Now, if they work 1,800, they're going to get their compensation. However, a number of law firms say if you work 1,900, you're going to get a bonus of X. If you work 2,000 hours, you're going to get a bonus of Y, and so forth. Same thing for staff. Make sure there is some metric that they understand over which that they have control. Now, if the staff person, or for that matter the lawyer, has no control, their approach to the job is going to be different. They're going to come in, they're going to do their job. They're going to do their job based on their work ethic. If they're diligent people, whether you pay them more or you pay them less, they're going to do a good job, they're going to be diligent. If you set up a bonus standard from year to year and you don't give them a bonus, there's going to be disappointment. In other words, what I'm saying is that if they have no vested interest, if they have no metric to shoot for, their job performance is going to be based on, I'll call it willy-nilly. If there is, they're going to shoot for that. And assuming for the moment there's not, and you have in the past given bonuses out on a yearly basis, and suddenly you stop, there's going to be a feeling of entitlement. They're entitled to that bonus. Why? Because you've done it year in and year out. And in fact, there's some court decisions that actually say that despite the fact that you call it a bonus, it has become part of their compensation. So be careful how you approach the issue of bonuses. Think about it, and at the very least, be conscious of how you approach this issue. Thanks for joining us.